Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to use the new flipping tool, which is called Flipping Power. So this is a tool that allows you to find items across multiple different realms on the one interface. This is a very powerful tool, and you can filter all the different items by a bunch of different filters, giving you the best possible items when it comes to cross-realm flipping in retail World of Warcraft. So first of all, let's start off with the settings. You want to make sure that you have all your settings filled out. You want to add your Blizzard API client, your Blizzard API secret. Now I have an in-depth guide showing you exactly how to do this, but this is very easy. But the main things that we want to focus on in this how to use guide is going to be how to select your region. So if you're US, you want to select US. If you're EU, you want to select EU. I'm US, so I selected US. Now with the realm selections right here, you have update buying realms for US and you also have update selling realms for US. At the moment, I have absolutely every single possible realm selected. However, if you only have characters say on 5 realms, or say you only have characters on 2 realms, you're just getting started, you can actually just select 2 realms for the buy realms and then also the same 2 realms for the sell realms. Now you don't have to have the same exact realms for the buy and sell. For an example, if you want to be buying on every single possible realm, you can click on add all realms to buying realms, and this will add absolutely every single realm to the buying realms. And then say for an example, you just wanted to actually only post on say like the top 5 highest populated realms, you can go ahead and you can just select those specific realms. Personally, what I'm going to be doing, because I have characters set up on every single realm, is that I'm going to select every single buy realm and also every single sell realm. So this will give me data for absolutely every single realm on the region. So once you've got this set up, you can go ahead and click on save all data, and then to access the tool, you simply click on access the tool. Now this will take a little while to load, and then I'll show you how to actually set this up and get started. So once the tool loads, the first thing that I want to mention is that you can zoom in and out if you want to see more of the screen. You want to make sure you see all of these columns. So depending on the size of your screen, you can scroll in and out by clicking Control on the keyboard and then scrolling your mouse wheel up or down to go either in or to go out. So you can get it the best size that you can see everything. Now starting off with the actual features, the first thing you're going to see is right here, next update at minute 41.8. So this means every single hour on the 41st minute and the 8th second, it's going to have new data. The tool gets data based on the Blizzard API, so once every single hour. So some of the best times to actually use a tool like this is pretty much not too long after the most recent update. Now moving on to the filters, let's go through all of the filters. First of all, we have categories, so you can select different categories. Say for an example, you want to see all the weapons, all the armor, all the recipes, miscellaneous, which have a bunch of different items in them, and also professions. You can select them. If you select none, it will be every single category in the game. Also, moving on to the next filter, this is going to be quality. So for an example, say we have weapon selected, and we just want to see the epic weapons. We can go ahead and select epic. Now this will just show us the deals just for the epic weapons. Or you can select none, and this will show all the different qualities. Moving on to the next filter, this is going to be to filter it by expansion. So for an example, say we just want to see all of the items from classic. So like all the classic items, we can select that, and we can go down and see all of the different items from the classic expansion. If we want to go BC, which is Burning Crusade, we can do that, and we can go through all of the different ones, all the different expansions, and sort them out this way. Now obviously if you just select none, this will show every single expansion in the game. Now moving on to the filters. These are very powerful, these filters right here, when it comes to finding the best deals. So filter by sell rate. So sell rate is a number that basically tells you how quickly an item sells. We have it set by default to 0.01. Now this is 0.01. The lowest sell rate is 0.001. So this is actually a very good sell rate. at the minimum. So this is going to sell very good. Now you can't go anything lower than this at the moment because we kind of just want to show the best, quickest selling items when it comes to this tool. Now you can play around with this. Say you just want to see the quickest selling items in the game. You can go ahead and sort this as high as you want. So for an example, at the moment, if we sort this from the highest to the lowest, we can see the Dustweave bag is the quickest selling item in the game that meets all of the criterias that we can actually do some good flipping with. Let's put that back to the default. The next filter that we have is filter by sale average. Now sale average is the average price an item has sold for across all the realms on your region over the past 60 days. Now when it comes to selling items, the majority of the time you do sell them way above the sale average, but this is just a good price point to go off for the average price. So you can go ahead and you can move this up and down. So for example, we just want to see the most valuable items. We can sort this all the way up to 50,000 gold, and this will be the minimum that it shows. So say for an example, we go over to classic right now, we can see all of these are just very expensive items. And also we have a column right here which has the sale average, and as you can see the actual sale average, and this is by gold amount. So this is like 194,000 gold right here. You can actually sort this from the highest to the lowest. So for an example, in the classic expansion, we can see that this one is going for, is that 950,000 is the sale average for this item right here. I believe this item is actually from the dungeon, what's it called, Older Man, and it's a super rare item that has a very high sell rate, sale average price, as you can see right here. So moving on. Now this is how the filters work. So what you can actually do now is I'll show you how the columns work. Okay, so looking at the columns, the first column that we have right here is item name. So this obviously has the name of the item, and also on the left side of it, it will have an image, and this also will pop up the tooltip for the item. Now, if you want to learn more about the item before you go ahead and buy it, you can actually click on the image, and this will open up the Wowhead page for that specific item, and then you can like read more about it and figure out why it is selling so much if it's an item that you haven't seen before. Moving on to the next, this is going to be the category. This will have all the different categories in this column. Then you have the item level. You can actually sort this from highest to lowest if you wanted to do that. The next thing is the sell rate. So this is the number that will basically tell you how quick an item sells. Now you can sort this from highest to lowest, as you can see. So this will show all of the quickest selling items right here, which can come in handy if you want a quick turnover when it comes to flipping. Moving on, we have the expansion. You can actually sort the expansion column, and this will show like the most recent one first if you want to sort it like that. Then we have the quality. You can sort this from highest to lowest, so the top one will be legendary, epic, and so on and so forth if you wanted to sort it that way. We also have the different tiers. So when it comes to like BOEs, you can see that we have a column that will show you the mythic versions, the heroic versions, raid finder, and so on and so forth. The next column is sockets. So if you sort this from highest to lowest, as you can see, this is going to show all of the items that have sockets on them, which this can actually be very useful when it comes to flipping raid BOEs and BOEs that are current content, because the ones with sockets tend to sell for a lot more gold. Moving on to the next column, this is called extra stat, and basically this will show you like when it has avoidance and all them extra stats that they could roll on the pieces of gear like leech. And also the main thing that I think is very important and you can make a lot of gold from is actually the speed. So if you sort it from highest to lowest, speed will be at the top, and this will show all of the different items that have plus speed on them that meet the criteria that are the best deals that are currently available. So you could go through here and you could actually flip some of even like the raid BOEs or the current content BOEs with plus speed on them that people like to buy for speed sets. The next column is the sale average. So once again, you can sort this from the highest to the lowest if you wanted to go ahead and do that. Now the next columns, this is where stuff gets very interesting. We have the sale average versus buy price. So this is the sale average, so right here for an example, versus the buy price, which is the buy price over here in this column. It has the buy price and the realm to actually buy the item from. If there's multiple realms like right here, this just means there is a cluster, and these all share the same auction house. Okay, so for an example, say we want to check out the classic expansion for the filter, and then we want to click on sale average versus buy price. This will show us the highest percent when it comes to the sale average price versus the buy price. As you can see, for this item right here, which is a trinket, we can buy it for 3 gold, and the region sale average is 1,172 gold, and this will show the percent for that. Obviously, we can go through different expansions, and we can also do the exact same thing and find all of the best possible items when it comes to the buy price versus the sale average price. Now moving on to the next column, this is going to be the sell versus buy. So this will be this column right here, which is how much you can actually sell it for. And in this column, what it does, it will show you a price that you can sell this item for, and it will also show you the realm that you can sell it on for this price. So for an example, we have the emerald bag right here. We can buy it on Thrall for 4 gold, and then we can move it over to Hellscream for 50,000 gold. And this column right here will give us the percent for doing this flip. So from 4 gold to 50,000 gold, this will be the percent right here for this column. This can actually work very, very well, and this is another great column to go off. So these two will basically show you your best possible deals. Moving on to the next column, this is going to be the sell price / realm. So this will give you, like I just mentioned, the best possible realm to sell the item on, and it will also give the price that you can post it on. So this is the sell price / realm, and then you also have the buy price / realm. So once again, this will give you the realm where you can actually buy the item on, and it will also give you the price that you can buy the item for. If there is multiple, it just means they're on a cluster of realms. And these all share the same auction house, so you only need to buy it from one of these different realms that are on the cluster. Okay, now let's actually use the tool, and I'll go ahead and buy an item. For an example, let's say we want to have the sale average over only 10,000 gold. So anything below 10,000 gold for the sale average will not pop up. Let's get the sell rate to 0.01, and let's go ahead and also we'll leave all these different filters to none, so we're not going too in depth, so we have a bigger range of items. Let's click on sale average versus buy price. So as you can see, the first item right here is this recipe that's going to, if we zoom out a bit so we can see, we can actually buy this for 2 gold, and this has a sale average of 63,000 gold. If we keep on going down, let's find some different items for some examples here. Now obviously we can hover over the items to see a bit more about them. We want to keep in mind, we also want to look at the sell rate so we can see how quickly they actually sell. So if we scroll down right here, so this is actually a very, very interesting item. This is for the auction house parts. So we can see that we can buy it on Dalaran for 3,000 gold. We could resell it on Whisper Wind for 50,000 gold. This is a nice little flip right there, which we can go ahead and use this as an example. There is a bunch of really good items through here that we can buy, but let's use this for an example. So we can see on Dalaran, that is the realm that it is for sale for. So let's go ahead and copy the realm. Now I personally have a spreadsheet just to figure out which realm out of the cluster that I have my character made on, and also on which WoW account, because I have WoW account 1 and WoW account 2 when it comes to flipping. So what I do in this spreadsheet, if I click Control F, I can actually go ahead and paste the realm name here, and this will tell me if it is on a cluster, which Dalaran isn't, and then also it's on WoW account 1. So we can go ahead and we can log into WoW account 1 and into the correct realm. This just speeds things up a bit for me. Now we have a link for the spreadsheet over in the Flipping Power Discord, and also in my flipping guides and courses, that's also available. So what we can do now is we can copy the name of this item, and let's click on copy. Alright, so now we're logged into the realm. We can go ahead, open up the auction house, and we can search the item. And here it is right here. And as you can see, there's actually a decent amount of these posted on this specific realm. So we can go ahead and buy 5 of these. Now what we would do, to be honest, even buying the one at 3.6 is a very good deal. So this way we can stock up on a decent amount of these and spread these out across a whole heap of different realms. Let's go ahead, buy these all out, because these are amazing prices. Then what we can do So let's get them out of the mailbox. And we'll post these back up on the auction house. We'll only post one on each realm. So let's go ahead, use TSM here, run post scan. As you can see, we're going to be reposting them for 36,000 gold. We're just posting one on each realm. So with the leftover ones, what we do is we go ahead, throw these in the warband bank, and we can spread these out across multiple different realms. And that is how you can use the tool to do flipping. Obviously, there is a bunch of different items that can come up. Now, the cool thing about the tool is that you'll end up flipping items that you would have never thought about flipping before in the past. Because you're not having to make the group yourself, you're actually using filters to filter out every single item in the game. This way, you'll come across items that you just would have never thought about flipping in the past, and you can make a lot of gold from doing this. Now, if you want to try this tool out yourself, I'll have it linked down below in the description box of this video, or you can head over to flippingpow.com, and that will be the website. I also have a guide that teaches you how to set everything up, and I'll link that down below in the description box too. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.